Hello, welcome to Soulprint Intuitive Tarot. My name is Cindy. This is for Friday, September 16th. So thank you so very, very much for being here. I want to take a look today at kind of the Department of Justice versus Trump. So now I'm recording this early. So by time we're seeing this, I think the appeal the Department of Justice's appeal of Judge Aileen Cannon's decision regarding the special master, regarding the whole thing, I believe that it's now gone to appeal. They are closing in on, the tighter and tighter circle around Trump pertaining to January 6th, pertaining to the fake electorate. The Department of Justice has now been asked by the Judiciary Committee to take a look at the way the Department of Justice was being run under Bill Barr, where he was basically carrying water for Trump every time he turned around. Apparently, there was a lot of stuff going on that we didn't know about. There's a new book out called Hold the Line, and I've forgotten, Berman, I think is the guy's name. He was from the Southern District of New York, and eventually Barr tried to get rid of him by announcing that he had resigned, and the guy turned around and said, "I did not resign. If you want me gone, Trump's going to have to fire me," which he did, because they wanted, this was like 5 months before the last election, and so I guess they wanted just stuff to disappear. Some of the stuff they wanted to disappear, but apparently they were very, very close on what did he say? I think it was the Manafort case, and I can't remember another one. So there were just things that Bill Barr said, this isn't going to be good for Trump, so we're just going to make it go away. So now that Judiciary Committee has asked the Department of Justice basically to investigate the Department of Justice prior to, Merrick Garland being in place. So there is a lot going on. Trump's lawyers are continuing to double down and double down. They have no right to the classified information. Sorry about that. They have no right to the classified information, but yet they are still asking Judge Cannon to not allow the Department of Justice to do any work on that. Well, of course they are, because they're looking into criminal conduct, by Trump and those around him. So of course they don't want this stuff to be looked at. So let's just take a look at the dynamic between the Department of Justice and the former guy, TFG. One of my viewers made a comment the last time I used the TFG letters to represent Trump, that she thinks of a different word for the letter F in the former guy. And it made me laugh, because I bet most of us think of him that way, not former, but the other one. Okay, so DOJ versus Trump. DOJ versus Trump. DOJ versus Trump, DOJ versus Trump, DOJ versus Trump. Here we go. Okay. The Department of Justice is wrapping up tighter and tighter around the former guy, who is blind and clueless. He doesn't even see the walls, coming in at him because he's never lost before, right? He at the last minute he pays it out. I mean, I remember there was talk some time ago about he really wasn't concerned about the federal investigations because when it came right down to it, if he looked like he was losing, he was just going to throw some money at it because that's what he always has done. He didn't realize, because he's really stable and really, really intelligent, that you don't throw money at federal investigations when you're the accused, unless that is the judgment. So he actually doesn't understand. He understands he's in trouble and there's panic and but in the grand picture, he really doesn't get exactly how much trouble he's in. And there's a big part of him, and unfortunately, I think perhaps rightly so, um, that's never gonna really end up in jail. Okay, they recognize that um, it is recognized that putting him in jail, while it would be very, very satisfying for a lot of people, simply the act of finding him guilty is going to be sufficient. Probably house arrest. Okay, so he doesn't get it. Okay, he just doesn't get it. Or he thinks he can fix it with money. It appears as if he sort of, kind of, maybe a little bit learned the lesson about using TV lawyers as his legal reps. Um, But make no mistake, he will continue to tell his legal representatives how the law is and how they should be conducting themselves within the law because he's the stable genius, right? The Department of Justice is waiting. They're waiting for after the election. They are waiting for some more things to fall into place. They are gathering more information, more communications from new sources, and they're putting all of that together. Ultimately, when this thing goes forward, and it's going to go forward on multiple fronts, and it's not going to be boom, it's going to be one case and then another and then another and then another. They are going to have all the tools that they need and require to bring justice to this situation. And frankly, bring to an end the kind of behavior that was acceptable, that became acceptable under Trump, and in all likelihood, to bring an end to his um, potential run for president. The judgments are going to be passed and they're going to be harsh, and that's going to bring him down. Boy, sometimes these cards, they're amazing. Um, he doesn't want to see the writing on the wall. He doesn't see it all. He sees some of it, maybe. He thinks he can escape it because he always has. He loves the name Teflon Don, by the way. He thinks it's awesome. Um, and of course, there was another Teflon Don, was there not? Leader of the mafia in New York. Wasn't his name Teflon Don? Okay. So he's going to fall, and he's going to fall hard, but it's going to be systematic. And like I say, don't lose sight of the fact that there is waiting, there is delay. Part of it is the election, part of it is they are still gathering all that new information. Every time you turn around, there's new information. I'm being told that not to be surprised if Bill Barr doesn't end up really getting his risks slapped. And again, couldn't happen to a more deserving person. The Department of Justice is well aware of the fact that this has to be the hardest and most burdensome case that the Department of Justice has ever undertaken, because never before has the Department of Justice targeted an ex-president. But it's important. It's not this is the thing. It's not about the former guy. It is about the standard of the country going forward. It is about what is considered normal and acceptable and what simply is not. Okay? And so for the Department of Justice, it's worth doing it slowly and carefully, but do not make any mistakes. When they're ready, they're going to move forward. And it's like all of the investigations have become accelerated. And it's not that they were dragging their butts before, it's that, they do what they do and they do it quietly. But as stuff has started to come out, there's more and more new information coming to them. Okay? That's all. Look for more news. Look for indictments coming. Look for subpoenas with various people. And of course, let's not forget January 6th hearings are resuming. I think it's the 26th of September. And so the Department of Justice is frankly going to probably learn some stuff it didn't know from the January 6th committee and, so on and so forth. Because you can bet if the Department of Justice and Merrick Garland were watching closely the hearings of January 6th, that they're not going to, now they're going to say, oh, well, you know what, we know everything there is to know. No, they're going to be glued to the TV just like all of us are. And that is also going to give them new avenues to explore and new people to issue subpoenas to. Okay, we have the Knight of Cups here. And the Knight of Cups normally brings, sometimes it's romantic, like, right? Proposals and stuff, but it brings good news. It brings good news to the people. It does not bring you good news to the fool, who is my other card for Trump. They are working hard. Department of Justice is working diligently. He's going to come up against some female prosecutors. And certainly, Georgia. The situation in Georgia is also moving forward. You can anticipate something from there also after the election, or very, very close to it, but I don't think so. I think that Bonnie is going to wait until after the election just so that there isn't kind of reason, right? Reason to question the timing. But Trump, in and of himself, is going to have a bit of trouble with female prosecutors. I can tell you, as far as Trump goes, there's a lot of fighting and a lot of bickering going on. Nobody can agree or settle on anything. And let's not forget, Trump is having a very hard time keeping, maintaining, and retaining lawyers, okay? And that situation, I don't believe is going to correct. It's going to continue simply because Trump loves the chaos. He likes stirring the pot. And it doesn't seem to matter if it's to his own um, damage. He just likes it. And he just does it because that's kind of what he does. There are people around him, people who are around him, close to him, who are also going to be coming under some significant scrutiny. Don't be surprised if all three of the elder children have, actually four, because I'm including Kushner in that, have things that they still haven't told, they haven't fessed up to yet, or certainly, when Eric testified, he what, took the fifth like hundreds and hundreds of times. So there's more information that they know, and that information, as it continues to flood in, that circle around him is going to also be really, really impacted by this. So that's kind of where we're sort of at with the Department of Justice. So let's pull out my handy dandy pendulum and just ask a few questions. All right. Okay. Pendulum. Is there going to be an indictment coming forward from the election interference case in Georgia? Yes. Okay. Is Lindsey Graham also ultimately going to end up a target in that investigation? That is also a yes. Okay. Are there going to be an indictment or multiple indictments issued against Trump by the Department of Justice? Yes. In case you're wondering why the pendulum starts answering before I've actually finished the sentence, it's because it's reading my mind. Okay, it, it, that's how it works. Are is Don Jr. going to have some significant legal peril in this situation? And that's a yes. Has Ivanka been helpful in some of these investigations? Yes. Was Trump holding on to the classified documents to use as leverage? Yes. Does he now fully understand that those documents aren't his? Does he actually really get that they're not his? No, he still doesn't get it. What a surprise. Is the Department of Justice going to win their appeal with regards to um, the judgment passed by Judge Cannon? Yes. Was it Trump's intention to sell the information on some of the secret documents? This is, of course, for entertainment only. That's also looking like a yes. Have they found all of the documents? Has the Department of Justice found all of the documents that are outstanding? No. Are they likely to issue subpoenas or search warrants for documentation out of Bedminster or New York? Yes. Is the January 6th committee going to put out enough information that it will have an impact on some people who are still supporting Trump? Not all of them, but are there going to be some who already finally back away? And that's a yes. Okay, there you have it. It's Friday. I'm wishing everybody a really, really good weekend. I swear it was Labor Day yesterday. I'm very confused about how we're in the middle of September already. Time is flying. And for those in the southern hemisphere, happy spring. That's so exciting for you. It's on the way. Yay. For the rest of us, it's time to start bundling up a bit, I think. Okay. Until next time, have a fabulous weekend. Take care. Be well. And we'll see you really soon.